Hey guys, welcome to Wrestling Days and welcome to today's unseen video. We got so much to go through and we're going to start with our top story, more details regarding Rhea Ripley. I've had a lot of people saying as soon as you hear anything, let us know. Obviously this information is out there, but I think it's just quite good to pull it all together and obviously use it as our top story because people are rightfully concerned about Rhea Ripley and what the situation is because I think it's caught a lot of us kind of by surprise. It's really come out of nowhere. Obviously she got beaten down on NXT. Turns out that that was to explain a very real injury, and now we're getting a few more thoughts and details. So I am the Colour Red, thank you. PW Insider, the belief is that Rhea Ripley's injury likely happened in a headbutt spot when she confronted Liv Morgan and Raquel on the October 21st edition of Raw. So not this week's Raw, last week's Raw. There's a moment where she headbutts. Maybe things got a little too real and maybe she made a bit too much of a connection and maybe broke her orbital socket. So that is pretty wild. Don't know if that is concrete or if that is speculation, but yeah, there is a belief that that is where the injury came from, right? Here's Liv Morgan reacting to the scan that WWE put out, so Liv finding it humorous. She went a little bit further here, so Casper, shout out to you. Liv said Rhea is really back for blood, y'all. I took out your loser favorite again. I am the greatest women's world champion of all time, and I am so much better than Rhea Ripley. Cry about it. So Liv continuing to win fans. Raquel said, be happy we left you with one good eye to watch us thrive. So Raquel getting in on the act as well. Here, another quote from PW Insider. Rhea Ripley has been pulled from this weekend's Raw taping in Saudi Arabia. So I don't know that she's travelled. It does definitely feel like this is a very real injury. There is no word on a timeline for her return at this time. The belief is that the injury was caused by that headbutt spot. So again, reminder, not caused by what went down on NXT. That was just staged to explain the injury. The injury is believed to have occurred on Raw the other week, right? Which is why I think we're okay to show this next image. So there we go. Dub said I made her ass walk the plank. So I thought this was quite fitting for Halloween, to be honest. Again, reminder, Rhea was smiling, happy, having photos with NXT talent. I think she's okay within herself. I'm sure she's very disappointed at being injured and missing out on shows and not being able to be a part of the plans that were in place for her. But this is not when the injury occurred. This was just to explain it from a storyline point of view. So there we go. SFG, shout out to you. I thought that was quite fitting for Halloween, which leads us quite nicely, actually, into our Halloween folder. I've got community images. I've got really great stuff from WWE superstars here. We've got quite a mixed bag. This by no means is going to be everything because all the time new stuff is being put up. Superstars are obviously out at parties tonight, so some images might not drop until tomorrow. So I'd imagine we'll do another of these folders tomorrow and we kind of mop up any that we've not seen. But here, look at this, Miss Clown, right? So here's Miss Clown. Great face paint, but look at that. When you put a filter on it, when you actually change like some of the attributes, is that the right words? Looks awesome. Brilliant image. Love that. Here as well, Ratchet. Shout out to you, my friend. That's a brilliant mask. People really do go all out, don't they, when it comes to like Halloween? Like that is so good. Really impressed with that. And look at this. Indi Hartwell. Let's see what she has dressed up as for Halloween.
Do you love it?
I don't know. Like, something
No.
feels off.
No.
Something feels off. Something feels off.
You know what? You're right. Give me 1 second.
Right.
It's perfect. It's perfect. Indi, you're complete. Meet me in 5 minutes.
For what?
Training. Duh.
Raining.
But I just look exactly like you.
Around the world,
Around the world.
and shh. Around the world and shh. Yes. Around the world and shh.
What
One
about
more
the
time.
knees? What about the knees?
No, you've got it. You've got it. Around the world and shh. We're walking to the ring.
Okay.
Ready? Energy, pizzazz, personality, sparkle, glitter, glam, tan. We're rich. Ready? Right, left, hi. Right, left, hi. Right, left, hi. Right, left. You're almost there. We need the lips overlined. Look at mine. Think
I
mine.
already did my lips.
The final part is just them walking down the corridor, but with her music, so we can't play that bit, but very, very good. Check this out as well, Wrestle Night, shout out to you. Here's Michin. So there was a superstar video that got put out that had like loads of superstars in, dressed up for Halloween. Thankfully, I think we can look at most of them without that video because it was full of theme music, which would be a nightmare from a copyright point of view. But here, look, we've got Byron Saxton as Booker T. We've got the dude from Hamilton, I believe, Lin-Manuel. He is Dirty Dom, of course. And there is Michin as Lita. So with those three, well, those two, I think, were in that video. But yeah, very good, very cool. Here's Sheamus. So when you're going through hell, just keep going. So happy Halloween from Sheamus. So Dave, thank you. This is the one that I think has won. So this is obviously Dudley's with Stacey Keibler from back in the day. Look at this. Alpha Academy have recreated it, and so many people have shared this today. This really has won, I think, the contest for best costume. So Otis and Tozawa as the Dudleys, Maxine as Stacey Keibler. It's not hard to see why that was getting so much attention. So I think this is one absolutely fantastic. And yes, we did get Chelsea and Piper when they were dressed as Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis to actually meet and get a picture with Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis. So I think this one's brilliant as well. Do you know what? This was my favorite until this. This, I think, wins. This has got to be a real close second, though. I think they did a brilliant, brilliant job. Talking of brilliant jobs, here is Scott Hughes. Said, my better half's creative side took over on our Halloween pictures. So not only did they dress as Bray and as Alexa, but we've also got backgrounds and everything as well. So brilliant. Just go in that next level. But so good. Looks so good. I think you absolutely killed that. So well done to you guys. Here's Hurricane Helms. So Dead Man Talking. Thank you. Let's see what he's got to say about Halloween.
Proper way to eat candy corn. Because that shit sucks.
It's hard to agree with him being in the UK because we don't have it. In fact, I tried it for the first time only the other year. And I got this bag which cost about £5 and it wasn't very big. It was really expensive, I think because it had to be imported from America. And I tried it and it was all right. I really didn't mind it. I found it quite Moorish. I had some and then I just wanted more. So I don't mind it. But I think if I'd had it every year, every Halloween of my life, I think I probably would feel this way. But no, it's actually in my good books at the moment. I've not been overexposed to it, so. Right, here's Zelina. She was in that video we were talking about. She is late 90s, early 2000s, WCW Rey Mysterio.
Oh yeah, let me pop my collar. Big ups to my boy Dominic. Now can I hear the call of the soldier? Hoo-hoo! Oh yeah.
It's really good. It's really good. It's a very specific period in his career, but you can tell she's a big fan and she absolutely nails that. So Zelina Vega, excellent. Word of Wrestling, shout out to you. John Layfield, JBL, said, I'm giving out candy and random clotheslines this Halloween. Happy Halloween. I mean, I don't know about you, but that is definitely a house I would stay away from. Here's Wrestle Night, and sadly, you know how we lost someone yesterday to Karrion Kross. I think we've lost someone else. I think another one has left us, friends. Here is Wrestle Night saying, the wife and I went as the best couple in WWE. So let's full screen this. So here we've got Karrion, and here we go. Look, this is Wrestle Night dressing as Karrion, and his partner dressing as Scarlett. I mean, they've done an absolutely fantastic job, but I can't help but feel a little sadness that we've lost another one to Karrion and his charm. Right? I mean, I'm guessing these guys have probably been fans for quite a long time, but even so, I still feel a sense of loss. But excellent costumes. I think you absolutely killed those. Our community doing some fantastic work. You know, really good. Check this out as well from Billy, hashtag push Zelina, hashtag ZV Army, right? Billy really driving this, and I know that this campaign has passed like over 100 days where they're trying to get this push Zelina kind of trending and whatever, and it has been, in all fairness. So here he's put push Zelina into a pumpkin, tag Zelina in it. She's only gone and retweeted it. She's only gone and retweeted it. So there we go. This Push Zelina campaign still very much alive and well. So Billy, shout out to you. I really like Zelina Vega. I'd love to see her get more opportunity. So this is definitely something that I subscribe to. Right. Oh, this is pretty fun. Here's Stax from NXT and his partner, Arianna Grace. Let's see what they're up to.
Arianna?
Oh my gosh.
What are you doing? Oh my god.
Get out! I told you not to come in here if the door was
You
closed!
said you don't eat candy.
Get out!
Oh my god, I'm sorry.
So she said that she, as this time comes near, I repeat, I do not eat candy tonight. So she's very clear about the fact she doesn't eat candy, but unfortunately, it seems like she's got a dirty secret. I don't actually know what candy that is. Although, can we acknowledge that they are a police officer and a prisoner? They're going to have fun tonight. So there we go. So Carl, shout out to you. Yeah, look at this. So the NXT Universe showed out their Halloween costumes. So this is a 10-second video of some of the best costumes from this week's NXT. And yes, sad Wendy Chu woman is featured. So let's go. There we've got Joe Hendry. Look at that, Mankind. There she is. Ah, it's good to see her smiling there, isn't it? It's good to see her smiling. Got Macho Matt. There's not loads, actually. There was way more than that. I don't know why they didn't feature more. There was more people dressed up, but there we got Macho as well. So very good, very good. Oh, that is a great job, isn't it, actually? So there we go. That is Super Scary Halloween. Big thank you to everyone that tagged me in bits for that. Right, Dave, shout out to you. So, Vince scrapped Sami Zayns' much hyped conspiracy documentary in 2021, despite it being finished and ready to air, according to Matt Camp. So, you know, Matt Camp, who used to be on The Bump and everything, he's kind of revealing a few behind the scenes bits. Apparently, the documentary was made. It didn't air because Vince thought it was awful. He thought it was just a load of rubbish. So that is definitely a piece of footage I would love to see. Do you remember Sami during that time kind of thinking the world was against him and he was a conspiracy theorist? It was okay. It was probably a period where I was least engaged with Sami. It ultimately led to him as a heel working with Johnny Knoxville. it kind of ultimately led to that. And then, of course, as we know, he would then very quickly join the bloodline. And wow, you know, to the moon. You know, that was fantastic for Sami. But yeah, this period just before that Knoxville kind of feuds is not a great period in Sami's career in my mind. But yeah, that documentary, I hope it sees, even if they just chuck it on YouTube or put it on the Vault, WWE Vault, that would be good. CM Chunk, shout out to you. So there have been preliminary high-level discussions to have Travis Scott appear on the first Raw on Netflix. That coming from WrestleVotes Radio. WrestleBuzz, thank you. So these are the current betting odds for Crown Jewel. Again, reminder, the bigger the minus number, the more of a favorite that team or person is. So when it comes to these, you're looking for the minus numbers. So here you can see that Gunther is minus 500. So he is favorite, and actually minus 500 is a pretty good favorite. Normally it's around minus 200, but minus 500 pretty much means they're expecting him to get the dub, which I'm quite surprised at, because I would be shocked if Cody was to lose. I mean, it'd be great for Gunther to get a win over Cody. That'd be huge for him. And of course, Cody doesn't really lose anything. But yeah, I think this probably changed when it was revealed that Goldberg was not really expected for Saudi anymore. As soon as we found out Goldberg wasn't expected, I think his odds drastically improved. Here, if we have a look, you can see that the tag champs are expected to retain minus 1,500, the biggest favorites on the whole show, minus 1,500. Very close between Seth and Bronson. Very close. Look, only minus 175, but Bronson is the favorite. Again, pretty firm favorite, minus 500. Kevin Owens is expected to beat Randy. LA Knight, minus 250. Not bad. So they've got LA Knight retaining. If it's not going to be LA Knight, they think Andrade. He's plus 185. But look at that, plus 700. That's a big outsider. So LA Knight retaining. If not, the bookies think it'll be Andrade. Nia at minus 200. They think Nia's going to beat Liv. I really don't think that. I think that Liv gets the win. I don't think, because I think that Nia loses, and I think it'll be Tiffany's fault. And so she'll blame Tiffany. But, you know, Rhea is not expected for Crown Jewel because of that injury. I wonder if these odds have changed. I could be really tempted to put some money on that, you know, because I really think Liv's got a chance of winning this. So, yeah, that's interesting. Again, this is not financial advice. And then up here, we've got the new Bloodline at minus 700 favorites. The OG Bloodline plus 400. So new Bloodline, pretty firm favorites to get the win, which makes sense because these guys are probably going to think that there's a missing piece. They're not quite at their full strength. What do they need? Well, they need two things. They need Sami Zayn and they need the Wise Man. This is not complete until they add those two pieces. So it probably makes sense for them to win. So, yeah, interesting. Really interesting. Right. Xavier has seen the back and forth between Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce. Look at this. Xavier said, you get 4, he gets 4. 5-on-5 at Survivor Series, which is really interesting because read that again. You get 4, he gets 4. 5-on-5. He has got to be implying, why don't you get 4 and include yourself in the team? He's implying that Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce should both actually wrestle as part of the teams. You get 4, he gets 4. He didn't say 4v4, he said 5v5 at Survivor Series. Please, let's have a Survivor Series match with something on the line, please. I am begging you from my soul. Right? And look at Adam Pearce's response. He's thinking it through. He's thinking it through. I mean, listen, Raw versus SmackDown does not surprise me. But if they get Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce to actually wrestle as part of the teams, that becomes a lot bigger in my mind. That's something I think people would really like to see. Fightful Select are reporting the latest on Becky Lynch. It's been the same for quite some time. She's enjoying her time off, and WWE are trying to respect that. So that is the latest in regards to Becky Lynch. Here we've got this Cody against Solo. They're going to be fighting in a street fight in London on the 4th of November. I'd imagine that's probably the main event of all of the UK dates. We know that there's a little mini UK tour. In fact, there's quite a few meet and greets at Smith's and Entertainer, but unfortunately it looks like a lot of those tickets are gone. I know that Chelsea's doing a couple of meet and greets. I think Andrade is doing a meet and greet. I think Xavier and Kofi were doing meet and greets. Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa were doing meet and greets. So those are just some of the names that I've seen, and Cody and Solo. So it gives you an idea as to who's on the tour. And then here, just a bit about Tiffany. So Tiffany said, I think naturally my character is just going to kind of turn babyface because the crowd has been slowly kind of turning me babyface. I don't think I'll change anything. Why would you change? So she's saying things have been working well for her. She says that if she does turn babyface, she'll just be a bit nicer to the fans and a bit nicer to her co-workers. Everything else will pretty much stay the same. So she hasn't said that she is turning babyface. She's just saying that if when it happens, she thinks it will be quite organic, it will be quite natural. And here she said, there are 3 titles on the line, and I am getting a flight to Saudi Arabia, and I do have nice, pretty new gear, so you're going to have to wait. I'll definitely be backstage. So Tiffany is there. She is aware that there are 3 titles. I mean, I'm guessing that it is Liv's, it is Nia's, it is the women's tag titles. And she's talking about the idea of cashing in and maybe getting more than one. I think the only way that she could get more than one is if she cashed in during Liv Nia. And then there is confusion if she did that. Would she be allowed to take both belts? If she cashes in and she pins Nia, does she only get Nia's or does she get Liv's as well? Because she would have won the match. If she comes in and cashes in, all of a sudden it becomes a triple threat and the titles are on the line. And actually, if she wins that match, does she get the Crown Jewel Championship as well? Oh my God, it's getting more confusing. If she cashes in during Liv versus... I didn't even think of this. If she cashes in during Liv Nia and wins, does she get Liv's belt, Nia's belt, and the Crown Jewel? Perhaps those were the 3 belts she was talking about. Because she could cash in on the tag belts if she came running down with a partner. If she came running down with Nia and a referee, or the referee's already in the ring, but if she comes running down, she could go after those tag belts, women's tag belts. Nothing's stopping her doing that. So I thought she was referring to that, but actually she might be referring to that Crown Jewel Championship. Wow. Okay. Interesting. And here Cody said that he plans to retire at the age of 45. He's currently 39. That's great news. That means we could have another 6 years of Cody Rhodes. In the past, he said that he's looking to retire at the age of 40, but why would he walk away now? So it's totally understandable that he's kind of pushed that back by 5 years. So makes total sense. Wyatt 6, I think we got a couple of little bits in here. So howdy, LFC, shout out to you. Paul Ellering puts out quite a few tweets, and to be honest, I don't really pay them much attention. I give them a little read. Don't really use them in Unseen much. But this one had Rocco in it. And Rocco, as people know from back in the day, was the mascot for the Legion of Doom at one point. He said, all the vanquished hear the song. Listen, voices. Voices of the past point the way. Wyatt 6, your fairy tale does not end with happily ever after. Right? And there we go. We've got a bear. We've got Rocco. Paul Ellering putting out a cryptic tweet. And WWE putting out these shirts. So look at this. We've got one for each member and we've got one for Bray Wyatt. People have said that they think this confirms that Bray Wyatt is the 6th member. I personally don't think it's that deep. I don't think this confirms he's like the 6th member, but he is absolutely a part of this. You know, the reason we're doing this is to carry on his creative. We know that he brought all of these people together. He was interested in all of these people being a part of like his story somehow. I don't know that he was going to bring them all together as this group, but we know that he identified all these people as people that he wanted to work with. Bo revealed that in a recent interview. So it's his characters, his creative. It's like his world. It's his sandbox that we're playing in. So him having a shirt doesn't surprise me. It doesn't say that he is the 6th person to me. I do think back to that URL, you know, that we had during Nightbirds, where there was 6 initials, and that 6th one was Alexa Bliss. So Alexa, when she comes in, she may be that 6th person. So yeah, I'm not getting too carried away with this, thinking that this is like got a hidden meaning and that this definitely means that he was the 6th person. But it's interesting. I mean, maybe he is the 6th person. I think he is just above it all, to be honest. I think he is the creator of it. I don't think he's one of the 6. I think he just is all of them. He just is the creator. So there we go. This is the t-shirt collection. So I am the color red. Shout out to you. Michael saying, does this confirm Bray as the 6th member? And I had quite a few people asking this question or telling me that this did confirm he was the 6th member. Again, for me, it doesn't, for the reasons I've just explained why. But I think it's interesting that they did include a shirt for him, and I'm pleased that they included a shirt for him. I also asked people online, which one would you get? And most people responded with Bray, which is understandable because not only do you get Bray, but I think he's actually got his hand out and it's got all the other characters on, which is really cool. So in a way, you're getting them all if you have the Bray one. The others are just the faces. Honestly, I think these are great. I think they're great. I think they look so good. I think you could wear any of these 3 to a pub or a night out, and they just look a bit designer. I think they look a bit designer. I'm not sure about that one. Nikki's cool, but I'm not sure. That might actually be my least favorite. I think they could have made that look better. That one's great. I don't mind that at all. I understand why people would choose it because you get in quite a bit. Howdy one. I don't mind it. I don't mind it, but there's something about these which just look a bit more designer, like that one in particular. I could see that with some jeans, and I think you'd look pretty cool. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe that's the one I would go for. Maybe that's the one I would go for. They're great though, all of them. I don't think you could go wrong with any. Rena said, thought you might be interested. Rapper West Side Gun released an EP today, and one of the tracks was called Uncle Howdy. How about that? So West Side Gun releasing this and Uncle Howdy. I did find that interesting. So Rena, thank you. Chanel, thank you, my friend. These are the cards for Supercard. It is that 2K mobile game. So you can see here, we've got the Wyatt 6, and here is Uncle Howdy. You can see what the kind of background looks like. So yeah, brilliant. So Chanel, thank you, my friends. They apparently they weren't in the game before, but they are in the game now. Right, I think we've only got fun and other that we need to do. Not loads in fun. So shouldn't be too much longer. So here, look, we've got Undertaker versus Shawn. Someone's watching the match and they get a message from their mom saying, how's the job search going? Yeah, it's good. Yeah, no, really busy. Yeah. So I thought that was really good. So big half. Thank you, my friends. Oh, this is great. I actually have not watched this. I've only seen this one, but this is the full one. So we're going to watch this. But this, I just thought this was so good. So this is Julia revealing what her favorite candy is.
I love candy. I love cough syrup. Cough syrup, yes, always.
What flavor of cough drop?
Honey and lemon. I love candy.
Her favorite candy is a cough drop, a throat sweet if you've got a sore throat. Honey and lemon. That's her favorite candy out of all the candies that she could have chose. And I love the fact she says it and she just sort of thinks that they're going to be like, okay, brilliant, thank you. But they must have given a reaction like, what? And so that's when she starts laughing. I'm playing it again.
I love cough drop. Cough drop, yes, always.
Always. Good.
What flavor of cough drop?
Honey and lemon. I love candy.
There we go. Right, let's see what the other said. I have not seen this. It runs for 1 minute 24.
Best and worst Halloween candy. The best is the Three Musketeers, you know what I'm saying? That's my favorite chocolate bar.
Best has to be Milky Way for sure.
I love candy. I love cough drop. Cough drop, yes, always.
Always.
What flavor of cough drop?
Honey and lemon.
Best?
Like Ryan.
You're not giving out full-size Snickers or like just a candy bar. What are you doing?
Full-size Snickers?
I really like Mounds. Big on chocolate and coconut.
Oh gosh. Okay, best and worst Halloween candy. Oh, the best is the Reese pumpkins, and then the worst is candy corn. Tastes like wax.
Start with the worst Halloween candy. It's definitely candy corn.
Oh.
Candy corn. I don't care who you are. That's the worst. Candy corn is where it's not bad, but it's.
Worst has to be Maltesers. Yeah.
Crunch bar, crunch bar. I don't do the crunch.
Best and worst Halloween candy. Let's start with the worst. Candy corn. Any one of you who likes candy corn, something's wrong with you. And the best? Hershey's. Why? It's apropos. We're in Hershey, Pennsylvania at the Giant Center, the very same building that I won a state championship in. Well, I got third, but I round up. Hershey's bar all day.
Okay, I got third, but I round up. I like that answer. Wow, people don't like candy corn, do they? They don't like it. Amazing. You must eat loads, though. You make loads. Who's eating it? Wow. We have to pay like £5 a bag for it over here. No one buys it, by the way. Hershey. I've never tried a Hershey bar, but I've heard it's not good. I think it's one of those where if you eat it, it's like, yeah, fine, it's a Hershey bar. But I think if you are British and you try it, I've heard that the taste is just not quite to our palate, shall we say. So, yeah, I don't know. Interesting, really interesting. Right, let's go shall we? Oh, only one thing. So here, Cody Rhodes said leaving AEW had nothing to do with Tony Khan and Brandy Rhodes. He said, when I start talking about this, people try to say, oh, it was this, it was that. Here's what I can tell you, it wasn't. It wasn't anything to do with Tony and Brandy. That's a big one that you hear, right? That Brandy wasn't re-signing and all this. Apparently, Brandy had re-signed and there was no issues here. So he said he's looking forward to all the books coming out and all the kind of breakdown in the future as to like how AEW formed and what's actually happened. I mean, to be honest, he's right. When this has run its course and we start to find out like some of the behind the scenes details and people start talking, I think there's going to be quite a few stories that come out that are going to be very, very interesting. This being one of them. Why did Cody leave? It's going to be interesting, isn't it? So people did think it was something to do with Tony, but apparently not. Right, lots of people to thank. So somebody, thank you, my friend. Jeremy, Kojako, Howdy LFC, Matthew Cross, TJF 1983, Paul Sickies Bray, Mike, Thomas, Spartan, Eric Evans, Wrestling Fan Since Day One, Ben, Michael, Jay Beans, Wes, Junk Wax Obsessed, Gary Stevenson, Wrestle Knight, Thomas Scott, Craig Workheiser, Isaac, Mo Rains, James Chadwick, and John Durkin. Shout out to all of you. We did look at this GG thing the other day, actually. We can turn this down. There we go. We saw the still shots of this. So there is a video that's doing the rounds as well. So there's GG Dolan. So yeah, thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate the support. Happy Halloween, everyone. And don't forget, we got a big weekend this weekend. We will be live for Crown Jewel. And Crown Jewel, it's going to start at an earlier time than usual because, of course, we are in Saudi Arabia. That stream is set up on the channel right now so that you know when we're going to start. Awesome. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.